Oh, goodness, it felt good to eat something. I was so fortunate to have the money to do that. So I went out to Santa Fe, and my dogs were purple, and we loved it. We stayed at the campground where the golf course there is that the Native Americans run. They seemed pretty happy. And one of the guys took me out on the course, and he said Dave Matthews had been there to play. I didn't know Dave played golf. That's weird. I never really picked him for the putt-putt kind of guy, but whatever. So I went to there was a monk. It was like a monastery. And so I drove in. The gates were open. And I knocked on the door, and the door went open, and I went in. And there's this guy with a long beard. I thought maybe he was one of the monks. But I went in and sat down because a bunch of people were there, including children. So I just went in and sat down with my purple dogs, and we listened to the sermon, which was nice. I can't remember, but it was nice. And they didn't mind. My dogs, well behaved in church. And oh yeah, we've been to lots of churches with purple dogs if they don't mind. Legally, a church can say no, but most of them, But anyway, so a lady with 3 children came over to me, and she talked to me a little bit, and then she invited me to dinner at her house the next day. It was so wonderful to have that kind of comradeship to happen. And I went back to my campground the next day. I found some books, and I took them to her kids, and I went to her house, and it was a cute little kind of craftsman style 2-bedroom, and it had a kitchen, little den, little postage size backyard. And what I'm correlating this with is the inappropriate use of funds to build huge houses that you have to heat. We don't have to do that, but so many people fall prey to that. And she stayed at home with her kids. She was very smart. But in lieu of having a big house, because she would have had to work full time, and her husband, that they decided that she would stay home, and all 3 children shared a bedroom. And we just had pizza. I mean, she made pizza, and her husband was working late because he had to work a lot to pay for it. But, if you don't realize that choice is out there, that you can be happy in a trailer, you don't have to have a big McMansion when your kids are little. They don't care. And they didn't fight. Most of the kids, we read and played a little bit and ate pizza, and then I left. And it was a wonderful experience of a close-knit, tight family in a small space, not unlike the books I read called Little House on the Prairie, the books. And I feel sorry for people when they need so much space in their family and nobody knows what each other's doing, and they're not close, and there's problems in dysfunctional families. A great extent of problems. Trust me, I know about this. But anyway, so it was a blessing to get to spend some time with this really happy, close-knit family that supports each other in Santa Fe. And I can't remember her name, but she might remember me because I had purple dogs. And I also went out to Santa Fe Art School. And they had an incredible library that we don't have here in Virginia at the universities about art. I went in there, and they were very nice about my purple dogs. And in fact, the statue was lavender.